this way before. Travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path. And like happened all so fast. No, we got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet. And nothing can shake me. Cause I know life took a hold on me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games to play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let us see it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games to play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Tell you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do.
Hey, barbershop conversations, man. What it do, man? Welcome to the show. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the show, man. Hey, love is the word. Good evening. What's up, DB? South Central Zone. What's up, sir? What's up? Love is the word. Mike Moss, man. What's up? I know I'm in here early, man. That people gonna start piling on in. I appreciate you, Rob G. You know what I mean? It's my personal statement. I'm gonna say DB, Los Angeles finest. What's up, Derek Fulton? What's up? How you feel? We live, baby. We live, G5. We live, man. Welcome to the show, man. Miss Kathleen Bradley will be coming in. Mrs. Kathleen Bradley will be coming in upon her availability. And we gonna rock out, y'all. We gonna rock out, man. Thank you guys for coming in here, man. And yeah, man. A lot's going on in boxing. It's been going on in boxing today. You know what I mean? Hey, did anybody laugh? I ain't gonna lie. Did anyone laugh when they saw Tyson Fury did you see he hit the heavy bag? Did y'all see Tyson Fury hit the heavy bag today? Oh my God, that was funny to me. That was funny. I ain't gonna even lie. That made me. I don't know. Can black people cackle? Do black people cackle, or is that a white term? I don't know. You guys help me out. Do black people cackle? I've never used that term to describe a black person's laugh. I guess black people can cackle, right? It's not like the laughing barometer cuts off at black, Mexican, and white, right? Anyways, man, don't mind me, man. But welcome to the barbershop, man. We in here live, and yeah, man. So what else? So I've come to the conclusion. I know I said it at the beginning of last night's show, but I'm with DB. It's on the fighter now. If you in your second and third and fourth contract, how can you blame someone else? Oh, it is some white stuff. Love is the word. It is. Oh, cackle is a white term. Okay. All right. I thought that because I've never used that word before. I've never used it ever in my life, but it came to my head right now. Oh man, I got to do some aromatherapy, y'all. See, I got to get used to doing it. I got to get used to doing this aromatherapy. You know what I mean? We're going to set the mood. Miss Bradley. You know what I'm saying? We're going to set the mood. You know what I mean? We got our aromatherapy, stuff like that. We're going to make it nice and smooth in here. You know what I mean? And we're going to do it like that. You ready? Thumbs up. Okay, beautiful. Thumbs up. Well, without further ado, Miss Kathleen Bradley, how you doing?
I am tremendous. I'm great. Fine. Good, thank you.
Hey, appreciate you coming in here on a Tuesday evening. Thank you for spending some time in the barbershop.
Yeah, tell me about it. I haven't gotten made up and dressed up at 9 o'clock at night since I went to the club. That's been a long time ago.
What club was that? Maverick Flats? What else?
Any of them. Hey, I mean, it seems like it might not have been, that long ago, but sheesh, Lord.
Well, welcome to the show. And we were getting a lot of requests for you. And I was like, man, we was getting a lot.
I wonder why.
And I was like, I believe we can get Miss Parker on.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
Do you respond to Miss Parker quite often?
All the time. And I never get tired of it. I'm just grateful and blessed that I am able to still respond to it. And people just love Miss Parker. As a matter of fact, I just did a music video last week and for young rappers. And, they wanted me to just come through a little scene for a gambling scene. And both of the guys, they just looked and stopped gambling. They said, "Hi, Miss Parker." I said, "Hi, boys." And then the scene, dance, got paid, and bye. It was cool. It was nice. There was a lot of nice young men there. Mm-hmm. So it worked out. Everybody was respectable. We did our testing and COVID and all that. So
beautiful. So before all this started, you were born and raised in Ohio.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ohio. But yes, I am from Ohio, Youngstown / Girard, Ohio. Mm-hmm. And I always knew I wanted to be in entertainment since I was 8 years old, honey. My mother used to take me to the theater, and I'd always go and just inspire to be like the people on the golden screen. And I used to like to sing and dance. My brother and I used to put on little shows on the little toy box for mom and dad and little curtain. So as I grew up, I entered in a few little modeling shows and different things in the area. And just, I knew that whatever was there in Ohio, that little town, was good for me at some point, but it was not my ultimate dream. And, mom and dad, they had little regular jobs. My dad worked at the steel mill. My mother worked at a store and selling jewelry. I had a great bringing up, but I always knew I wanted to come to California. And, I was just really fortunate, though, that my best friend, who was like a sister to me, Terry Jackson, was her name then, Terry Scott now. She and her mom and her father and family just moved to Los Angeles like a year prior to me wanting to come. She graduated a year before me, so I came right after them. Had they not been here, truthfully, I don't think I would have ventured out on my own to come to California. It would have been a little scary for a little town girl. I didn't have that much nerve, but everything happens for a reason, I'm glad I did.
Absolutely. I always wondered, especially being that you're from Ohio, why did you choose? I mean, obviously your friends were here, but why not New York as opposed to California?
I never ever thought to go to New York. I always thought New York was just too busy, hustle, bustle, too big. I like to me, Youngstown, Girard, that area is kind of not country by any means, but it's more rural, and it's not, I'm not a big city girl. Just never have been. Just never have been. I always liked California, the essence of what it stood for. And like I said, most of the movies in Hollywood basically intrigued me more than, being on Wall Street or, being in the theater district. So I didn't even think about that. Really, nobody ever asked me that. That's a very good question.
Well, we got some more coming. What's up? So you hit the ground running when you came, and how old were you when you came?
I graduated in, can I tell, 69. Can you believe that? 1969, I graduated, and I worked for a little while, maybe about 6 months to earn enough money to be able to pay for my airfare and come to California and sustain myself for a little bit. And I actually worked a few jobs. Would you believe I worked at a sewage plant? I did. I was like a little assistant there. And I actually worked for General Electric in Youngstown. And I was bobbing the wires, the little wires that go in the light bulbs, the old light bulbs. Yeah, I used to get those and have to, my nails and fingers and stuff got so dirty and nasty and whatever, but I was making the money. I was like, I don't want to work ever again doing any kind of job. And I worked at a tuxedo place in Youngstown. And what I would do was when the guys and people were finished with their tuxedos and they were dry cleaned, I would measure the inseam and the waist and write it down there, make sure it didn't shrink. Because sometimes when I went to the dry cleaners, when it came back, people had to know exactly what the waistline was for, and what the inseam was, and the arms. And I measured all that and wrote it in. But those were my 3 pretty much prior jobs coming to LA. And I just knew this was a great place that I wanted to be in. And like I said, it worked out for me. When I got here, though, and I was 19.
19.
Because I was 18 when I graduated. I think I was almost 19 when I got here. I worked at the gas company, the California Gas Company. They paid some pretty decent money. As a matter of fact, I made some really good friends while I was there that I still keep in touch with. And you have to imagine this has been almost 50 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, my 50-year class reunion. Can't believe it, but sure enough. And some of my friends, they retired, man. They have money, cars. They retired real fat. They worked there for 35, 40 years. Was done with it, but it wasn't meant for me to be there, but it was a wonderful opportunity for me once again to get stability here and make some money while I was able to venture out and find myself and work on my career. So, but when I came here, I'm gonna tell you, I missed a lot of work, man. I partied so hard I could barely get up in the morning.
Really?
Too many days I was at my desk going. The guys who were saying, Kathleen, you sleep? What's wrong? I said, no, I got a headache. I'm on my period or something. I don't think I feel good. I'm sick. I was messed up, toe down. Still in the morning.
69-70, you would was it Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry yeah.
Them all. And the Lakers and everything. Man, when I got here, I was tearing this city up. I was having a good time. I knew O.J. Simpson, Marguerite, like I said, my sister Terry Scott. She was married to Bubba Scott. He was one of the from USC, the Trojans, the Wild Bunch, one of the Wild Bunch.
Okay.
So, O.J. wasn't a Wild Bunch, but Al Cowlings and Jimmy Gunn and those guys. And, I was into it. Went to the clubs and all the big clubs that were in LA. And Marguerite Simpson, she knew me. She said, you know what? You look just like the DJ at the candy store. I said, who's that? The DJ, the disc jockey, there was a girl disc jockey at the candy store. And lo and behold, it was Pam Grier.
Wow.
It was Pam back in the day.
Pam Grier was a DJ?
Yeah, she was a DJ. Pam was throwing down at the candy store.
Wow.
We kept saying, you look just like Pam. And, my nose was a little different then. I did have some work on it, only because, truly enough, I had a deviated septum. And my nose looked more like a Indian. I'm sure if people look back and they'll see that it was a little more like that. And the guy, he just took it down too much. But plus, I couldn't really breathe through one nostril. But back in the day, if you look at some photos and pictures, me and Pam, boy, we really did look quite a bit alike.
Wow. Well, you got some more partying stories that you want to divulge?
Oh my God, maybe I should tell them, maybe I shouldn't. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Some of them are just a blur. That's what my girlfriend and I, we were talking the other day. We used to hang out and run around and do whatever and get high and this, that, and the other. And we would talk about a few things and we look at each other. And I said, if somebody asked me about this, that, and the other, try to reminisce and say, I did this, I had Kathleen Bradley, we did this, and whatever. If they asked me, and we looked at each other, we said, it was just a blur. It was just a blur. I said, I don't know. Fifth. And I had the fifth. That's why it was a blur.
Where'd you get your ID from?
No, well, oh God, that's true.
I got mine. I'll tell you where I got mine. I mean, I got mine in 1996, 95 on Alvarado. Okay. Alvarado, right across the street from the park. That's where I got it. I had a Texas ID. I had a Texas one.
Oh, I know Alvarado. Right. Hey, can I get on Instagram Live and tell people to get on here?
Yeah. Sure.
So I would try to do that because I did tell people to get on, and I hope a lot of my fan base and folks is looking and listening right now. But I'm a little novice here. I probably don't even know how to do it. I don't want to get distracted. But we do need folks to make sure that they're chiming in because I do have a lot of fans, and a lot of people do want to communicate with me and talk to me live.
Sure.
And I'm not sure how to get on this live here, but I'm gonna give it a shot here. No, they changed some stuff on me. See, I'm an old dinosaur.
They just changed the, what was your first acting job in LA?
Oh, wow. First acting job. I was thinking, you know what it was?
No, I don't.
I did a movie with Billy D. Williams and D'Urville Martin. What was it? The Big Come Down or something? The big Showdown or something. I forget the name of it, but I sure did. That's what I met Billy D. Williams. Okay. And of course, D'Urville Martin. And they were nice, good, cool guys. And Fred Williamson, he was doing some movies and different things. That was the first one I think I did was the big comeback. I can't even remember what the name of it was, but I just happened to think about that the other day. And I basically, when I came to Los Angeles, I was into like singing, modeling, acting, of course, but I was entering into a lot of beauty pageants.
Yes.
I was Miss Fine Brown Frame, Miss Hot Pants, Miss this, Miss that. But, lo and behold, Maverick's Flat. Really, I give so much credit to Maverick's Flat for my career, for my being, for my life, and everything, and being where I'm at today.
Wow!
Because there was a beauty pageant that somebody told me about. It was called, Miss Black California, and I went and I tried out for it or whatever, And actually, at that point, I was like 10 pounds overweight. And a guy by the name of Cassius Weathersby, some of you all may know him. I knew him. He's the one that kind of told me about it. And I fasted. That was my first time fasting. And I lost that 10 pounds, but I almost passed out. The problem with fasting is that means you do not eat any food. Sure. And, in the modeling, acting industry, sometimes we are forced to have to lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time. And by doing so, you purge, you fast, and you don't put any more food in your body, just some liquids. I did that. And I did lose the pounds, and I did my little talent, and I went on to win Miss Black California. And some of the judges there were Jim Brown, Richard Roundtree, Dr. Hemsley, who later became my gynecologist. I'm gonna laugh, but anyway, and who else? Was a couple other people, but I dated Richard Roundtree after that, so I didn't want people to think I was, playing. They were playing favors, but I won, and I went on to go to the Miss Black America beauty pageant.
Sure.
And the home base there was in Philadelphia. We did that. I didn't place or anything, but I came pretty well close. But who knew? But as a result of that, I was able and was chosen to go with the maybe 4 or 5 other women from the Miss Black America pageantry, a couple other states, to go to the USO tour in Vietnam and Thailand. And this was back in 71. I was Miss Black California in 1971. And that was just so amazing. I was very honored and pleased to be able to travel, to do that, to see our servicemen. Things weren't as heated and hot back in Vietnam in 71 as it was, prior, like 66 to 69, 70. So things were cooling down a little bit. But one intriguing, most interesting, wonderful thing that came out of that was that they asked the contestants if we knew anyone over there had a relative that perhaps we might like to see when we go over there, of course. And I had my brother, my favorite brother. I have 4 brothers, but this was my favorite brother, Scotty B. And he was there in Cam Ranh Bay, Vietnam. And I gave them his name and stuff. They said, okay, because we were going to Cam Ranh Bay. I was so excited because one thing, if you never ever, you hear about the war in Vietnam and the killing and shooting and so much to death and despair, and you think really the very, very worst of it, that it's like when you go over there, that's what you expect. But like I said, when I went over there, it was not that bad. So we go there, right? All the pageant ladies in the band. Because I was singing at that time as well. I was singing Rock Steady on the show. Rock Steady, baby.
You was actually signing them over,
right? Going on. I was emceeing the show and everybody did their thing. But we got there, got off the plane, Cam Ranh Bay. They had all the military, all the brothers there. And that was so fulfilling, having the military, the brothers, especially seeing the sisters come over. They had the USO tour and all those people, Bob Hope or whoever, whatever, and some of the other entertainers. But they have 6, there was five sisters come over and get off the plane, Regal and Ruthoff Natural and stuff, and come, man. It was so heartwarming. I can't tell you. That was just so heartwarming. And then my brother, he was supposed to be there, right, to greet me. I'm looking around, looking for my brother, Scotty B. I'm like, where? And I said, where is my brother? I'm like, oh, damn. They said, I don't know. Come to find out, that Negro had been partying the night before. His ass couldn't get the freaking frack up.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That is your brother then. That's your brother.
I was ready to kick his butt. I'm like, I could have crammed 400,000 miles. And this boy just hung over, couldn't get up.
Facts.
Like, I was so mad. Plus, I was worried and scared. I'm like, oh shit, where is he? I know everybody else was there, right?
Right.
But anyway, he came around not too long after that, and we were able to spend a lot of time together. They gave him time off, which was cool. And he and the other girls in the pageant, they kind of had a little fling and thing going on. And it was actually after we left Vietnam and toured around a little bit. They let him go with us and take a little R&R. We went to Thailand. We performed in Thailand as well. So that was so exciting and great times. But, that was all thanks, again, like I said, from Maverick Flat, John Daniels, who was the person who put the pageant together, and J. Morris Anderson. Beautiful. And, that was wonderful. And, I then, of course, John Daniels from Maverick Flat, he put together a singing group called the Love Machine.
Yeah.
You know about the Love Machine, and I was part of the Love Machine. 7 girls singing and dancing. 7 girls.
Wow.
You know, groups and stuff now. I forget the name of that little BJ, CJ, the Chinese or Japanese or Asian group.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Boys are killing it, and there's 7 of them.
Yeah.
Everybody always thought there was so many.
Jabberwockies. Is it the Jabberwockies?
No. It's the initial, like CBJB, something. I can't think of the name of it. But it's some initial. There's 7 of them, and they like fill up the stage. But we used to be like Tina Turner, Beyonce, The Temptations. We were a whirlwind. We were dressed very scantily clad with platform boots, high boots up past the knee, platforms this high.
Uh-huh.
And we used to come out. We would kill them and jill them. We had fringe on and different things. And I used to come out and start the show initially singing "Hey Big Brother."
Uh-huh.
And I would come out and do a full cartwheel and a split. Hey, big brother, I know you were alive. You better get in touch with the people, big brother. Dude, we were crazy.
Hey, so some people in the chair like, stand up on your chair and just do the whole show.
Hey, almost. I'm telling you, it was great. But the thing too, we were able to travel all around about 70, 80 countries.
Wow.
We performed in Saint-Tropez, France. We performed in Saint-Tropez, Italy, Germany, Spain, Belgium, Sweden, Switzerland, Africa, Asia, Japan, you name it, we were there. Paris was like our second home. We just had an incredible time. We opened up shows before Sammy Davis Jr., Julio Iglesias. We worked with Tom Jones for a long time, touring some of them here in the United States and Las Vegas, with Red Fox, on the show with Duke Ellington, Isaac Hayes. Oh my God. It was just, I got the great scrapbook, I'm telling you. I wish I'd had more photos then, because, you know, we didn't have the social media or taking pictures from our phones and just out snapping. But there are some shows and photos that have surfaced since then. There are some good ones on YouTube right now with the Love Machine, singing back in the day. And I'd always wished I could see me in the show back in the day. And what had happened was somebody from the producer from a nice quality show, if you guys are watching, listening, go to YouTube and look up the Love Machine. Kathleen Bradley, my name is kind of featured, but there's great quality. We did a Star Parada, and it was in Frankfurt, Germany, and there's really some great shows on there. And that was so wonderful when people start posting things on YouTube from back in the day that they had either in their archives or whatever, felt that now was a good time and significant enough for them to, show. So that was just so great to have some of that history.
Any Duke Ellington, Sammy Davis Jr. stories?
Oh boy. Okay, not so much Duke Ellington. You know, he was such a great guy. I think we worked in front of him at the Hilton. You know what? Let me think. At the Las Vegas Hilton, and we just were in the lounge, and he may not. We didn't open really in front of him, but we worked at the lounge. You know, there's so many lounges for artists and people back in the day. You have to remember in Las Vegas, but we didn't really work with him. But we worked quite extensively with Sammy Davis Jr.
Take your time. We got 0 hours.
Mr. D. We worked a lot with him. We opened the show in the theaters and around, traveled here in the United States with Sammy. He was cool. He kind of took a liking to me and one of the other girls in the Love Machine, Bernice. And, you know, I have a gold bracelet that he would give to people that he really liked. It's like a woven tweeted gold bracelet. I still have it. And he only gave away, certain people, whoever he liked, whatever. And then he had his girl, and there was now has become a good friend of mine, Azizi Jahari.
Mm-hmm.
She was dark as night, beautiful, voluptuous. That was the eye candy he would bring out on his show. And we would, remain good friends, she and I, but she was great eye candy for the show. But we would open up in front of Sammy Davis Jr. and it was just a good combination.
Gotcha.
Him doing what he did and us being who we were to appeal to, the men and the women and everybody. So he was just tremendous, man. Just a wonderful person to know and work with.
Did you spend time with the Rat Pack as a group?
No, I wish.
Okay.
Didn't have anything to do with them.
Okay.
At all. Didn't meet any of those guys, but
And you were signed to Motown, right? You were signed to Motown.
Yes, we were. We were signed with Motown. John got us a deal with Motown. We worked with Hal Davis. We worked with Norman Whitfield, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a good friend of mine. It's a blur, but no, Norman Whitfield. And if people don't know who Norman Whitfield is, man, you guys out there missing out. He was writing, in particular, wrote most of the Temptation hits. So many, and for Edwin Starr. Whoa, good God, y'all, what is it good? Norman wrote that. He wrote Psychedelic Shack. He wrote so many songs. He wrote so many songs for the Temptations. God rest his soul. He's dead now. He died, many years ago. But he was a good friend. We worked with him. And one thing about the Motown time that I have in my book as well, which I have to go get that book. I should have it sitting up on the mantle.
Got the prices right?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Now, with Motown, the Miracles, we worked with the Miracles.
Okay.
Now, we worked with Billy Griffin and the Miracles. Now, Smokey had left the group.
Okay.
And so Billy Griffin came in, and we traveled actually with them to Japan, because we had been to Japan, but we worked with them on a few occasions in workplaces. But they loved the Love Machine. People loved the Love Machine, And so what happened was they wrote a song for us. And they told Suzanne de Pass, they said, Suzanne, we got a great song for the girls. They call us the girls, the Love Machine. And then she heard it. She listened to it. She said, wow, this is a great song. You guys need to sing this song. You need a big hit since Smokey left. You guys need to sing it. And lo and behold, don't you know what it was called? Take one guess.
Love Connection.
Love Machine.
Love Machine.
Slap you. I wish I could get in there and slap that bald head right there. I'm just a love machine. And I won't work for nobody but you. Ooh, yeah.
That was y'all's song first. That was y'all.
Yeah, they wrote it for us. But Suzanne said, you guys sing it. And the rest is history. It became such a big freaking hit. And we didn't find out about that until later. And we were on the road again, and we heard the song, The Love Machine. And then Motown, and then Billy Griffin, who was a very good friend of mine to this day. Back then, too, we were friends. He told us the story. He and Pete Moore wrote that song about us, for us. Lo and behold, I don't care. We could have been a one-hit wonder with that song. That's a tremendous song everybody loves. I'm just a love machine. I mean, come on. That is something that every time I talk about the story, and in the book, I got it wrong. I wrote my book. I said he played it for Berry Gordy, but it wasn't Berry Gordy. It was our dear friend Suzanne de Pass. Yeah, who we liked and adored. But anyway, yeah. I mean, really, we got robbed, man. We got robbed from that song. I mean, literally.
How did so how long were you with Motown?
It was a short period of time, maybe a year. Okay. We worked with Stevie Wonder as well. My God, how could I forget that? Stevie Wonder. He really became a good friend of ours. He dated one of the girls in the group as well, and they were good friends. But prior to that, he really liked the group. Everybody loved, like I said, everybody loved the Love Machine. And the girls, we were really just so nice. No bitches, no camaraderie, no drama, no, really John Daniels, and once again I have to hand it to him. He had a whip and ironclad, man. He really had several other groups too that he helped to croon, get in shape to go out on the road and do things. Robert DeBlanc now with what's his name? I can see his face. I can't think of it. I'll think of it in a minute. Little Anthony.
Okay.
And groups like Earth, Wind and Fire, Ralph Johnson came through Maverick Flat. He was a drummer for one of the other groups. Shaka Khan used to come through there. Rufus, all the groups, man. I mean, I'm sure you sound like you spent some time there at Mavericks as well. So.
Well, I live in the area, so
right.
Yeah, so I'm familiar, and I actually put a bid in to me and my two partners put a bid in to buy it about 3 years ago or something like that. Was it 4 years ago, somewhere in there? Yeah, but they didn't accept our offer, so this was like about 4 years ago.
Yeah, was that after Curtis? Curtis had bought it and remodeled it.
Well, it was. I honestly, it was about. I had 2015, 2000, somewhere in there, 2015, 2006. It was for sale.
Well,
I know it was. I know it was within the last 5 years, though.
Okay, well then that was after Curtis.
Okay.
I can't think of his last name. Curtis bought it, and he remodeled it. He changed it drastically, and he did a great job on it. He had really good intentions, and he, changed. He put the elevator in. He changed a lot. But when John had really sold it initially, he really put the stipulations into the contract to make sure that people who ever bought it upheld the integrity
of it,
and the style of it for the most part, without really taking away the essence of the whole club. Because that room in the back. Now, when John Daniels had a design back in the 60s, late 60s, he spent time in Europe as well, and that club was basically built around some of the nightclubs aesthetics of the looks of some of the European clubs, and with the little mirrors on the top and the caves and different things, and how it's a small little club, but it's so efficient, and people love to be there. Of course, the Soul Train dancers all started out there. People dance with their practice, and for people that didn't know, they didn't serve any alcohol there, but that was probably one of the only few clubs you could go to that they didn't serve any alcohol, and you didn't mind, and you would go there and you find nice girls and guys and have fun, and you dance, you party, and you be entertained. You didn't even really miss the liquor, But it was just such a great place. And, after a period of time, it became a national landmark. You know that. You can't tear it down. You can only change so much of it. Yeah. But Curtis, he came in, he did a really wonderful job when he did it. We had a good big opening, and Roland Word, bless his soul, gone, and all of the guys and buddies and people and Love Machine. A lot of people came back, and it was thriving for a while. And then after that, went through a couple other hands, and then the other, what's his name? I forget his name, who used to own the club down on Adams that closed down now.
He owned Crenshaw Live as well, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, with the short afro.
The Cork.
Yeah, I know. I'm the short guy. But because, we'll have to talk off here. But I tried. You did try. Well, right now, and since Crenshaw is thriving, is going to be after the pandemic is over, since they built the metro going through there. They have, somebody told me recently, they just started remodeling, working on it again. So thank God, because it was going downhill, man. People were coming in there. As a matter of fact, somebody said they started a fire there about a couple of months ago. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but they didn't burn it down, but it started in one of the rooms some way, somehow. The transients were getting in there. There was graffiti on the wall and the front and stuff. That's our place, man. That to me, that was my second home. I spent a lot of time in Mavericks. Every time people wanted to have a revitalization, anytime anybody bought it,
anytime anybody wanted to get people there, they call Kathleen Bradley, man. People will come out for me. They just do that. People, I have some great friends. People love me. I love my folks. And people that I partied with over the years and had good times with. And, we're from that era where we can just get together with people with our age range and just have a really good time, So,
fast forward a little bit. You spent a lot of time on The Price is Right. 10 years, right?
Oh, 10 years, yeah.
I'm very interested in that because I read some excerpts and watched some interviews. You said something. I think you kind of withholding some stuff.
What?
I said you kind of withholding some things. This the barbershop. You can say what you want.
Oh no, I am. I was getting to that. You just
okay.
We can still go back to the 70s, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Fred Williams, and back in the day, Richard Pryor and everybody.
Okay, let's go.
Like I told you, it was all a blur. I plead the fifth. But I was, yes. And actually after the Love Machine, and I took a little break because I got married to a guy who gave me an ultimatum. Because I was on the road for like 8 years. And when you get on the road, baby, it's really tough to try to sustain hold a relationship with anybody because you just don't, we were gone like 6 or 7 months a year, not straight, a year in Europe. Okay. We would perform maybe here in the United States 3 or 4 months or something. But like in Las Vegas, we did do the Hilton with Kenny Rogers and the first edition. We met Elvis Presley and all that stuff. So, I can go back. I can't go back. Now I'm going to go forward. But the Love Machine, after I left the group,
If you got a story to tell, please tell it.
But after I left the Love Machine and got married to Bill Overton, which is now married to Jane Kennedy.
Yeah.
You guys know beautiful Jane Kennedy. And that all is a story within itself. But it's cool because we're cool. God does things for reasons, put people together for reasons. God take away people for reasons. So he can put other people in their lives for reasons who are more compatible, meant to be together. And I used to tell people that too, because Jane and I were really, really good friends, and Leon and Bill and all of us. But, it's kind of odd how she ended up marrying him. But it happened, like I said, for a reason. A lot of my friends were a little bitter about it or whatever. But, through that, I met one of the best men, my best friends and persons. Now I've been married to Terrence Red. We've been married 32 years. So, and we're so much more, you think about it, so much more compatible. Though, the pain is kind of deep at the time. Anytime you get a divorce, to separate, and then to think that one of your best friends or a friend that you have known for a long time ends up with your ex-husband or something, it takes, a lot to kind of digest. But thank God, my mom, she raised me like such a warm heart, and it just, things we go through life, it depends on how you take it and how you digest it and how you process things, and it's going to be how you come out as a person. And you don't want to waste time in having any negativity and negative energy, because it only will take you down a certain road that you don't need to go down to. So, you go through things, you get things off your shoulders, off your chest, and you keep on pushing, Like they say, when one door closes, another one opens. So I get the fuck over it. Okay, excuse me. Can I
you curse, take it. Yeah, sure.
But so anyway, and I'm kind of losing my train of thought, but after I left, I did have a beautiful daughter. My daughter, Cheyenne Overton. And Bill and I, like I said, we parted, and I got remarried, and I had a son, Terrence. And after I had my son, like a month or 2 months afterward, my manager said, Kathleen, they're looking for a model on The Price is Right, a black model to be on the show. I'm like, oh my God. But I was in good shape, because I always knew. I always worked out when I had my kids and got pregnant, baby. Our body and our face, it's our passport. That's what we have when we do acting. I don't care if it's a good face, bad face, ugly face, black face, white face, whatever you look like, whatever you do, you better be in shape and you better be ready to do it. And the opportunity came after I had my son, and I had him in November, and the opportunity came like in January, and I was ready, and because I had to show myself to the audition in a swimsuit.
Oh wow!
And yeah, I kept auditioning. They were seeing a lot of women, a lot of girls for that show because they needed a black model in particular. And I envisioned it, I prayed on it, I claimed it, and I just knew it was something meant for me to be. And basically, too, I got along so well with the other three models, and talking to them, I think that sometimes I got a little overbearing because my sister-in-law did work for Mark Business Production. She was telling me, cool it down. I was a little braggadocious about I have gone to Europe and worked with these persons.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I wasn't like one of the young novice girls trying out, timid little models trying to get this job. I was like, I love to have it. Of course, I love the show, and I always could kind of see myself, envision myself being on a game show. Didn't have to learn any lines. I loved acting and all, but I'm like, yeah, this would be great. So it just kind of worked out where I got on the show. They auditioned me several shows and put me on, and saw some of the other girls, but it turned out perfectly. And I was on that show and did it for 10 years, from 1990 to 2000. And the way I got let go was not really favorable or cool. And I thought about it. I didn't sue the company. I could have, but some other things were happening in my life and with my husband and stuff that I couldn't really sue them, but they did end up giving me a settlement because they knew it was wrongful termination for me and Janice, who was let go. She was there 29 years.
Wow.
29 years. How you just gonna let somebody go? No watch, no goodbye, no saying goodbye to your fans and shit. The way they let us go was so funky and messed up, man. That hurt me more about Janice being let go than myself after 10 years. So, their explanation was a little lame. Bob Barker was nowhere around. And the other people, Freeman, just bought the show. They took us in the dressing room, said they had some other opportunities for me and Janice to do this and that and the other, but that was bull crap.
I heard Bob Barker was an evil man.
No, he's not an evil man, and I've never said that he's an evil man. But I loved Bob when I first got there. He was cool. He was so gracious, great, wonderful, loving. I was basically working there with open arms from people, but some of the other models, they didn't get along, and I didn't want to get caught up in their little cat fights and different things, which from time to time I found myself getting involved in. But Bob, he was not an evil man. He actually, what happened, he and Diane Parkinson, one of the models, they had a relationship, consensual relationship going on, and it kind of broke off at some point.
Sure.
And Diane, she didn't get along with Holly or Janice. She befriended me, but as a result, she kind of wasn't really feeling real well. She finally just got off the show. Plus, she did some Playboy magazines. They told her if she did the second one, she had to go, and she just was tipping the waters and stuff and everything. She was built like a brick shit house. She was beautiful, gorgeous Diane Parkinson. Most people know her if you know the show. And when she got off the show, they replaced her, of course, with a younger, beautiful model, oh my God, my girl. I can't think of her name. She was in Baywatch. Gina Lee Nolan. And then Diane and I, we'd still talk on the phone, and she was watching the show, and she would see Gina. And, it's like, man, like, look at her. She's taking my place, this young, beautiful girl. And she got a little bitter. She was thinking about it. She thought about how she got let go. Then she cried wolf. She said Bob Barker had, she cried sexual harassment for Bob Barker. And she was trying to sue him. But she knew good and well, because she asked me about it. I said, Diane, it wasn't, everybody on the show knew it wasn't sexual harassment. She cried sexual harassment, tried to bring a lawsuit against him. Bob Barker then really was a marked man, as kind and good as you may be in life, when somebody says something derogatory about your personality or your character, it's very hard to be vindicated.
Mm-hmm.
He could not really get vindicated at some point, but he said it's not true. He said, I'm not paying her one red penny on the news. But some people may have seen that, some people didn't. Some people may think, wow, he did it because she said he did it. As a result, we did depositions and different things. And that really, I'm saying this to say, that led as a snowball effect to Bob's personality changing and being little tainted. And he was very mad and upset that, that happened. And he just really was never the same. He became a little more. He was always been very egotistical, not a little narcissist, but not so much like Mr. Who in the office right now. But I mean, he just did. It changed his demeanor, and we could all kind of tell that and knew it. But he wasn't evil at all.
Okay.
But he did some things to some people that he should not have, and pushed his weight around and just really kind of went into a little dark place at some point. But he still performed and was a great person on the stage. People love Bob Barker. Nobody like him.
Now, you just left a carrot dangling there. Do you want to share like some of the things that was unsavory?
That was what?
Unsavory, like not nice, not kind.
Oh no, I said, but you asked me, was he an evil man? I said
not evil, but just stern and like.
No, you know what? We would do basically 3 shows a day and have rehearsals. He wasn't in. He didn't have to be in on the rehearsals because we had to do blocking. People think that was simple, in and out, but we had to do blocking. Be there, hit your spot, change your clothes, come back down, run up the steps. But he was not evil, and like I said, I love Bob, and to this day, and I wrote my book, and I'm gonna get up and get this book. Hold on. Oh, Top, say
something. We gonna open up the phone lines in a second, man, and matter of fact, y'all gonna want to talk about Friday anyway.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Friday. See, we're almost done with Friday. All right.
Want to call it.
And I wrote a book. Go look, something like this. Backstage is Price is Right. It's a great book. And, after I left the show, I was got a little censored because it was 4 years that I did get a settlement. It was decent. Could have been better, which I was saying earlier. But I was gagged. I had a gag order. But I thought about it because I was very, very bitter the way we were let go. I couldn't believe it, man. 10 years and people were just loving it. But I wrote the book. It's called Backstage at the Price is Right. Memoirs of a Barker Beauty. You can get it on Amazon. People are buying it. I do have it on my website, but I'm not going to sell it on my website because I don't have any more in stock. I used to have them in stock and sign them and everything, but it's a really good book. And you said you had it or read it. It's a good read, good pictures. And
yeah. What's the fondest memory you take from The Price is Right?
Wow. The fondest memory is the people there that I worked with for so many years. They were like family. And that was the hardest part of getting let go. Not getting and having the opportunity to say goodbye. And the way it just happened was just terrible. But that really is my fondest memory, just having the people that I work with around me and knowing and learning to love them. But I also had like family come to the show. They were so good about having the relatives and family come to the show and sitting in the front. My mom and dad came. I used to bring my little son, Terrence Red. He's now Sir Reddington. He's 31 years old. As a baby, I used to be able to bring him on the showcase after the showcase and come with him on the show at the very end, bring the kids on the set, on stage. But they stopped letting that happen after a certain period. So I hope that sometime I could look back and find one of those tapings that I did with my son when I brought him on the set.
No, that'll be.
Well, you know what? There's some people out there they love. It's called The Price is Right. Instagram, the Price is Right models. Some of these people go through great lengths, and they have like 28 shows. The best of Kathleen Bradley, the best of Janice. Looking at one today, somebody sent over. Yes, the Price is Right models Instagram or something, and they have all of me that they took up and clipped and put together a little compilation of me doing the show. It's so super, man. Wow, I thought that was cool. Yeah.
And so between 1990 and 2000, you also had a role as Miss Parker or something like that.
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I was on the show, and my agent called me, Kathleen. She got a call. She said,
nationality, because he obviously has an accent. What's his nationality?
Oh, it's her. It's a she. It's Judith Fontaine.
Okay,
She's Israeli. Kathleen, you did it. It's Kathleen. That's Judith. It is a girl. It's a lady. Judith Fontaine, the Fontaine Modeling Agency, the very famous agency in Los Angeles, and she was my agent. And she said, they're looking for. They're doing a movie, and that they want you to go audition for. And it was this or that, whatever. And I said, okay. And so the fact of the matter, make a long story short, Ice Cube, he knew me from The Price is Right. And he told somebody or the casting persons, he said, I want that black lady from The Price is Right to play this part, Mrs. Parker. I didn't have a name then. Everybody knew me as a black lady on The Price is Right. I go in the grocery store and people say, Mama, ain't? And they say, they walk up to me, ain't you that black lady on The Price is Right? I'm like, yeah, that's me, Kathleen. Most people didn't know Kathleen Bradley, black lady on The Price is Right. Now Miss Parker, but they know my name now. But so I went in, I auditioned, and they liked me, of course, and the rest is history. Did the show, taping, but it was through the graciousness and goodwill of our Lord Jesus Christ. I was on that show. One thing leads to another on The Price is Right, and being very visible. And I have had some other opportunities from being on the show, The Price is Right, that led me to some other TV shows and movies and what have you. But that one in particular, man, that was like, who knew? Who knew that we'd all be put on the map with that Black cult classic Friday? I mean, it was one of the kind, one of its first, not to be duplicated. People tried to do it after years of trying to get that kind of comedy that, and the actors and people who went on from that to become even more famous. And F. Gary Gray, the director.
Amazing work. As have Ice Cube.
I'm telling F. Gary, I see him every now and then. I want a job. Come on, man. Give me something under 5 lines or something. I don't care.
Right.
But, we all did, unfortunately, get a chance to see each other again at John Witherspoon's funeral. Yeah, that was like a reunion. Unfortunately, not a good reunion, but a lot of people that were in the movie were there, which I hadn't seen in a while. Now, every now and then I will see Chris Tucker at a golf tournament because I love to play golf. I would see him on a couple of occasions. Of course, he lives in Atlanta. And I had actually not seen Cube that many times. I saw him once or twice at a TV taping that he did with, I forget, Charles Barkley, which was not far from me here at CJ's Cafe. Somebody said, Ma, I just left over there. Ice Cube and Charles Barkley has a TV show, and he's interviewing Ice Cube. I'm like, I'm there, baby. Wonder what's happening with the other Friday, the last Friday, supposedly.
Right.
Went over there. This happened maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. I hadn't seen him really since then, and aside from the funeral. So, but
wow.
It was a good reunion for everybody.
Any of y'all come back for the second one? Why is that?
Oh, the second one. The second one was written, not for us to be in it for some reason. Yeah.
And you know what else I noticed too? I was looking at the picture just now. I'm not just now, but since you were, what were you watering? I just realized that. Like just looking at the flyer, there was no grass.
Everybody says that. I was trying to grow some grass, I guess. But I think, when I think about it now, and I look back at it, there's one plant there, one little plant. And I don't know what it is. I have to look back at it again. Of course, like you said, as Snoop Dogg put it out there, he said, after all these years, I'm just now realizing Miss Parker's out there watering the lawn. Ain't no grass, not a bit, not a blade of grass. But who knew? Nobody was looking at that shit.
Now you Bernie Mac. What was it like working with Bernie Mac?
Oh man, Bernie! What a joy! It was incredible working with Bernie. He was just a consummate showman, entertainer. Just doing what they do, and we had some cool scenes together and was able to spend a little time together. We became pretty good friends after that, and his wife and stuff. And, when he went back to Chicago, and we stayed in touch a little bit. But he was just awesome working with him, man. I mean, he just so quick-witted. And, the main thing about doing the movie, like, once again, F. Gary Gray, he was very liberal-minded in allowing people to just be themselves. Mm-hmm. There was so much ad-libbing going on, which is great freedom for an actor. You stay within the realm of what is written in the scripts and what have you. But when you allow some artistic freedom, that is really a good thing, especially if, it just adds so much to the character, and then the person that you're working opposite from will get that kind of energy and feedback and throw it back at you. And just sometimes, if it's the right chemistry, it just all kind of works itself out where it's like, wow. Take, cut. We did scenes maybe once or twice, basically because of the budget.
Oh, yeah.
Go over budget. We did that whole thing in 30 days. I only worked like 2 days on it, but they just did it. And people knew their lines to a degree. If they didn't, they ad-libbed. Just like I said, one thing led to another. You might not have had, definitely a lot of stuff wasn't written in for Chris Tucker and a lot of the other actors and stuff, but you stick pretty much to the storyline. But that artistic freedom we were given by Gary was just a blessing, and it worked out.
Yeah, we got our first callers. Caller, 651. What's up?
What's up, Fred?
Hey, what's up?
Only thing I wanted to say, hey, Miss Parker. hey, look, Mama, you are beautiful. I appreciate your work and everything you've done, and it is just to listen to you talk, to actually look at you. You are gorgeous as hell, and don't let nobody else tell you different.
Thank you, darling. I don't listen to people.
All I wanted to say was, hey, Miss Parker.
Hey, thank you, darling. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and how was Ice Cube as he was was he just an actor in that, or was he a producer director?
Oh no, he was producer as well.
Yeah, okay.
Ice Cube, he wrote. He was actually a writer.
Oh wow!
And he helped produce it. He was a writer and producer. He and DJ Poole, of course, wrote it. And he got a certain amount of money, but as it ended up, New Line Cinema, they distributed it. They basically own the rights to it, New Line Cinema. And like you were asking about part 2, I don't know what they were thinking. I think they were like thinking they was the Jeffersons moving on up to the east side when they moved out of the ghetto, and it didn't work. The second one was terrible, very bad, with the Hispanics and different people and stuff and whatever. It just that one did not work. That was the least favorite. And then somehow, I guess they wrote again and got the green light to go do the Friday After Next.
Yeah, Friday After Next. I think
that one, to me, that was funny. That was good. Cliff
was in that one, right?
Little what's the name? The comedian.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, and when he had, well, I guess the second one he had Mike Epps in it as well. But the third one, that one's funny. And I think I've seen it maybe once. I haven't really seen it. I need to see it again. But when I did see it, when something actually makes you laugh unconditionally and just openly, and no forcing you to laugh and stuff, just like when just cracking up laughing, that's the kind of entertainment that you like, that you can live, take home with, and enjoy. And that one's like that. So even at the funeral, John Witherspoon's funeral, the question was asked, when are you going to do the last Friday? One more Friday. They're trying to do one more. And everybody wanted to say, who's in it, who's not. You're going to have they're like, you better have Miss Parker in there, and this person, that person, bring Felicia back. The original cast. People want to see that, man. Come on. So try to fit it in there. And the script. And so everybody, even at the funeral, when Ice Cube spoke, he mentioned that they're trying to do it. He said, but they've given New Line Cinema a few scripts, but they vetoed them. They didn't like it for one reason or another. I didn't know what it was about. But when I talked to Cube that day there, I said, you know what? Think about this. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be a great idea when you go back to the neighborhood and have it? Me and Mr. Parker, of course, we're back together. We're still together and everything.
Midget, right? He's a midget, right?
Yeah, he's just a midget. Mr. Parker, that's Tony Cox. He and I are very good friends. He went on to do Bad Santa and all kind of stuff. Tony worked his butt up. Me, myself, and Irene. Tony's been working.
Whose idea was? Someone asked in the chat earlier. Whose idea was it for him to be a midget? Did that character change, or was that?
I think that was his mom's idea. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it was I never thought about that. That's another good question. I never got asked, and I don't know. But I guess they knew who he was, and they said, "Yeah, the sexy next door neighbor, Miss Parker. She's married to the little short guy, little midget and stuff." But I told Ice Cube, I said, "Think about this for a storyline that when people come back and everything, you guys come back to the neighborhood, Mr. and Mrs. Parker, we still together." But I said, "Oh, have you met my son? You got to meet my son." My son comes out the house. He's like chocolate, dark black, look bug-eyed, look just like Bernie Mac. And Mr. Parker said, "Man, I'm proud of my son. Ain't this man? Don't he look like me?" He looked just like Bernie Mac. And Ice Cube cracked up. He said, "Yeah, that's a good idea. We could do that." I'm like, "Yeah, you got to throw that up in there. The Bernie Mac, baby. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, glad to meet you." Black as day. That's my baby.
Right. We got.
There were some other thoughts and stuff to put in there, but I've never seen the script. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what they're going to do, but
we got a beam in. We got a beam in. Someone wants to beam in and say something to you.
Hey, what's up, Fred? How you doing, Miss Parker?
Oh, man, how you doing?
Ain't too much, man. I just want to thank you for that role and conducting yourself before that with such elegance and class on Price is Right. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm in my 40s and stuff, and just like seeing you on daytime TV and dealing with what you had to deal with at that time, and just not taking no for an answer, and just, you know what I'm saying, not making excuses, but just persevering and mashing through everything you had to go through. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you one of them jewels that, your flowers is here, and I just want to get that to you. And that the best thing that I don't know whether you know it or not, but like the whole culture changed after that movie and that role you had, because that changed the whole cougar aspect came into existence after Miss Parker.
Thank you. Yes, it did, didn't it? I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it set a whole new little precedence for looking at older, later neighbor.
Yeah.
And so funny, and thank you for all the accolades. I appreciate that. And I look on Instagram and different things. There are so many people who mimic me, and with the family dress up and do the Miss Parker little high boy scene. That so flattering. It's so great to know. And even my very good friend Tina Lawson, Beyonce's mom. She said, she told me that they all dressed up one year for Halloween to do the characters from Friday, and Beyonce was me, of course. But and then it was just so funny and so flattering to know that I am being emulated and people looking up to that character just to try to do the same thing that made such an impact on people in the society, and the movie as a whole did as well. But you're right, it did. Then the real MILF, the real MILF.
The first MILF. The first MILF, the GOAT MILF.
The GOAT.
All right, Fred, I'm gonna fall back, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
He mentioned it. What's some of the racial components that you would say that you face in Hollywood from Friday to The Price is Right to the 70s?
That covers a very wide gamut, very wide spectrum.
But does anything stand out? Anything stands out to you?
Woo. I got to think about it. Not necessarily. I mean, there were some times when I was on the show on The Price is Right, I would feel a sense of insuperiority, and that's not the right word, but
I get it.
When people are like superior to you, that you're inferior. That's the word I'm looking for. Inferior. A bit. I would feel that. I would sense that. I could kind of tell that out, and just not feeling an equal from time to time when I worked on different shows or TV shows or walking to a set or studio, and when I've done a few things. But even primarily, a lot of times when I did Good Times, I did Amen, 222. Those were all Black TV sitcom shows. So, you felt pretty good and welcome there because it was all Black cast. But on The Price is Right, I think that probably might have been like the first time I felt that just certain people behind the scenes and stages, just for a while I felt that, but after a while it just lightened up because everybody was pretty cool there. Everybody was friendly. Everybody really liked me a lot. I was very lovable, as you know. So it's like, what's not to like? And then sometimes, it depends on people back sometimes in the day too, and your skin color. There's a lot to do with people, like how they look upon you. And since I was more fair skinned, hair kind of blended in, so to speak, like in between the dark skinned person who didn't have maybe such straighter hair back then, wasn't as fashionable sometimes. But then on the other hand, there were times when I would go out for commercials, auditions, and if they really wanted a Black person, darker skin, and with curly hair, they want somebody who was more identifiable as being an African American or a Black person. I wouldn't get those roles because, I have a look that I could have been a different kind of mulatto mix or what have you. And they wanted a Black person, identifiable with their readings, with their this, with their car and whatever. So it was kind of hard in that realm too. It's like, well, they're looking for a Black girl with something that I wasn't the one. And, now, thank God, it's more of a melting pot in the industry. People are going either way with looks and dark, and they mixing up the white men with the white Black husbands and girls and guys and kids. There's very, very integrated relationships and commercials, as you would know right now. But so it's all been kind of a roller coaster ride, but a wonderful ride, needless to say.
Absolutely right. Do you have an opinion on Ice Cube CWBA? Did you have an opinion about that now?
You talking
about his contract with Black people?
The one for the recently that he was dealing with? For the platinum?
Yeah. Do you have an opinion on that?
You know what? I just kind of said and think that the timing was really bad.
Okay.
The timing is terrible. His ideals and what he wants to do is commendable, excellent. Putting it together and working towards something that can help Black people in the whole spectrum of what we deal with and go through in life and prison reform and schools and everything. Excellent. I haven't read the whole package and whatever he has, but the fact is, look, we're just in, and before that all came out, getting ready to have a primary election. Didn't know who's going to win. Why in the world would you go talk to a person who might initially or inevitably or potentially not win and get another term?
Sure.
And try to present this to him where if he lost, which he did, can't do shit with it. You can't. Why? What's he gonna do for you? What can he do? He can't do anything. Why not wait until after the election, see who the president was going to be, or who was going to be the president, then present that package to that person to see what they can do to help you. Because otherwise, he's presented Trump as this, and then they always have a way of turning things around, making And with Cuba's not a Trump supporter, first of all, and that's what really hurts him. He was not a Trump supporter. He's never said he's really supporting Trump. What he's supporting is an idea that he wanted somebody who was in power to be able to support, to get it done by whatever means necessary within that person's realm of empowerment. And it backfired on him, So I just hope that, in time, it'll pass a little bit. And that people just know the truth about from his words. Because so many things get so misconstrued.
Right.
So many things get so turned around on the social media and flipped and this and that and bullshit. People believe, man. You cannot believe a lot of this. And then you pass it on. And it's just terrible because, like I said, once again, it kind of leads back to what people thought about Bob Barker, that he was sexually harassing Diane, and he was not.
I get it.
You haven't heard get vindicated. If you didn't hear the news like a week later saying she dropped the case and he's innocent, you're gonna still think the person's guilty. Because I've heard some things too recently or a while back. Oh my God, that really happened. So some did this and that and the other. And I didn't hear the other flip side of it, why they weren't. And that's what you leave with, that impression, thinking that this person did this, that, and the other, and all that bullcrap. That's and Trump has people believing all that and bullshit that he says, and it's just so damaging,
Yeah.
More damage control.
You've been around some influential people, Harry Belafonte, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jim Brown, Ice Cube. If you can encapsulate us in a movement, like where have we been and where are we at?
Wow. Oof. Where we have been. I've been in the 70s. I've been in the 60s. Been where even John F. Kennedy, who died and was assassinated, the first president killed like that still to this day affects me dearly. That hurts my heart. So hard. I loved Kennedy. And then Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. All those days and people struggling. And, when TV was first coming into play and having to sit there kind of watch all the demonstrations and how Black people were being mistreated, and even the prejudice in my school, my grade school, and towards even the few little Black kids that went to my school, they would put all those Black kids in special education. Right. They didn't care only because they were Black. I didn't get in there. Once again, me and my skin color, looking the tone, and so all the prejudice. I've been through a lot of the prejudice. And yeah, I've heard the nigger name calling and in high schools, the little fights between some of the whites, the Blacks, the Italians, and different people, and the Vietnam War and the things that just are really going through the cycles and the changes in life and all the Haight-Ashbury and then the Flower Child and then all the good things, all this. I've been around for a while. And today, sometimes there's some things that are reminiscent of back then that you never thought that we got through that bull crap and all the hatred and all the things that are going on now because this person that's still in office has just put all this out there, and just to see people clashing and the police brutality, that is something I was going to and I wanted to do which would have probably turned into a rant. I would have been crying, eyeballs, nose sniffing, ranting, crying about the police reform.
Mm-hmm.
They have got there to change and have police be reformed and teach them some different types of tactics in terms of how to deal with people who are mentally ill and people who don't really are not a real threat to them. They need to learn how to de-escalate shit. They don't have that. They haven't taught them. If they did, they didn't get enough of it. They have to restructure the whole police reform and bringing these police that even in older ones now, they need to go back. It's like a lot of the teachers and different things. You know, when you're in school and teaching kids, you got to go back, get your credentials again. I don't care how long you've been there. You got to go back and learn this. You got to be retested sometimes. Even doctors in different places and things, you have to be retested and do your tests, and attorneys, and you have to keep up with what's going on with your life, your career, because things change so drastically sometimes over a period of time. And you cannot live and treat and do people the same way you've been doing it for 10, 20 years. Things are changing. And we gotta have police reform. We have to. They got to reset that shit. They got to reset it.
Right.
They have to.
Right. We got a phone call. We got a phone. 323. What's up?
What's up, Miss Parker, Miss Parker? Hey. Yeah, I want to rap a taste with you. You are gorgeous as hell. And can you show a photo of your daughter? I gotta see what your daughter looks like.
Yeah, that's my Cheyenne, my baby girl.
Cheyenne beautiful. Yeah.
Little Miss Parker.
Yeah.
Ooh, little Miss Parker. Can I see it? Yeah.
I know what did Bernie Mac said, Lord have mercy. I know what I want. Lord is my shepherd. I see what I want. Oh.
Yeah, and I want Cheyenne. I ain't see what I want, but I know I want it. No.
You go on her Instagram, you saw it's Miss Foxy Shy. So on her Instagram, Foxy Shy.
I'll send it to you. She's a libation expert. She's a
Cheyenne, you know Cheyenne, a libation expert. There you go.
Libation expert. Yeah.
Yeah, and masseuse, and she does all that. My baby, she's
kind-hearted too. Very kind-hearted. Soft-spoken.
For her mama.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, because you are so real. Like, listen to this interview, you come off real. You're not scripted, PC. Where are you from? Like, where are you born and raised? You seem like you're from South Central. You get that off to me.
I know it. I am. I'm originally from Ohio, Youngstown, Girard, Ohio, which is about 65 miles east of Cleveland and near Pittsburgh, and right in near Pennsylvania area. But in Ohio. So I was born and raised there. You know, we talked earlier about me moving out to California when I was about 19. So I had a really good, stern upbringing, a realistic, down to earth. You know, I had 4 brothers, and my mom and dad worked, and I was like the consummate big sister, middle sister, and cooking and cleaning and good values, and brought up, you know, we get our little butts whipped too. My daddy get that belt out, will whip your ass. He didn't care. But so I, you know, just taking all that with me all my life, and that's how I was brought up. You know, it's just part of my essence and my being. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, just doing and being what I'm doing, and having gone through so much in terms of a wonderful life. I mean, I've had a great life and opportunities and what have you. I've worked hard for it and gotten to some point, got a great family and everything. And, you know, you take and carry these values over with you and try to teach your children best you can. And sometimes, though, you know, even with Cheyenne, we had our little tiffs and stuff with her growing up. Ooh, no boy. But, you know, that happens with mothers and daughters sometimes. And I know she now has a better respect for me as a mother, as a person now than she ever has. And she has a beautiful son, King Yari. Mm-hmm. He's got Down syndrome. And she's a single parent. And I primarily, and my husband and I help take care of him. And she works her butt off. Like, he was saying she does bartending. She does special event coordinating, planning. She does personal massage therapy to some of the celebrities and different people. She's an entrepreneur. She's been on her own and just making it work and happen for so long, and I'm really proud of her. And it's just an honor and pleasure right now too to be able to look after my grandson. He keeps us young, baby.
Yeah, don't he?
12 years old, and he's like I said, special needs boy, but he loves to dance. He can twerk his ass off. They get mad at him. I learned some things from him. But just blessed, man. Just, staying real, staying down to earth. I love comedy. People don't know that about me. I really love comedy and have done a little bit of stand-up and different things. But
wow.
There's so much more to life to do and give, and just staying healthy is half the battle right now.
Yeah.
You gotta stay healthy. Yeah. And just, have an open heart and just learning so much and just being able to process things that I've learned, even if it's in despair or a hardship or heartache or death and going through things. God has just really blessed me with the serenity to be able to accept those things for real, like you hear, and change what you can, but accept what you can't. And you have to really, really process things in such a way that you grow from it. We always question why when people are dying unexpectedly or things happen to us. We lose our job or we do this. We get it. It's easy to get depressed.
Ooh,
it really is.
Yeah.
But you can't take the easy way out ever. You can't. There's too many things and ways of people that outreach program. As bad as sometimes social media and all that shit gets bullshit and people saying and doing stuff that's demeaning and ignorant and stupid. There's another light side of that too, and it really helps keep families and people in touch when you normally would not have an opportunity to do that and watch kids grow up. And I'm from Ohio. I get to see all my family. A lot of them's back there, my brother, my nieces and nephews. And, thanks to social media on that good note, you can do that. So it's too many programs and outreach out there to help you, man. Don't let anybody, I'm not saying you are, but why I just keep my spirits up, because I know even when I can help anybody out and I get people like you call in and look and follow and I try to put good things out there online that makes you happy and keeps you going. That feels like I've done my job and still doing it.
Mm.
Yes, indeed. And I got two more questions. And my thing, I know people live by certain. I don't live by the rules of everybody else. And the one thing about never asking a woman her age, I don't live by that. You have age so great, so I just want to ask, how old are you? Because you're not whatever that damn number is.
You know what? I just went earlier. I was talking about when I graduated, so I'm gonna let you do the math. But I graduated in 1969.
Ooh, freaking number! I got you.
I ain't talking, but I graduated in 1969, and I am 69. Yeah. Okay, my birthday is January 10th. I'm gonna be the big 70. But the 70 is a new 50, baby. So
she be flipping that hair. She be flipping.
This is my hair too. That's good. This is dirty, but look, I'm looking at it. It looks good. Shit. You need some different looks with these little earrings.
You are gorgeous as hell, Miss Parker. I mean, damn. Let me not turn into a damn what is that? What they call them? Overboarded with how gorgeous you are. I mean, goodness.
The cougar. Yeah, I'm a cougar. And mouth, like they say, mothers, you like to. My daughter said, "Yeah, mothers, you like to forget." I forget your ass. You know what that means.
Oh, you can't see the chat, huh? Have you been reading the chat this whole?
No, I can't see the chat.
Oh my heavens! Where it say comments and private chat? You see it on your phone? You see it?
I can't see none of it.
Oh, click that link that says comments. Can you see it on your screen?
Okay, hold on.
Now you see the comments rolling?
No, I don't.
Oh, they've been going. That's.
No, I don't see anything.
Oh, they haven't so much.
I can't see shame on you.
Oh, it's thousands of.
Sign up for free.
No, not that one. No, not that one. No.
Shame on you.
It's on the right side of your. No, it's actually.
I see it. I'm like, wow, nobody's chatting.
Oh, it's so many people chatting. You got thousands of comments. Thousands of comments.
I love you all. I love you all. You like me. You like me.
We all hearing like creeps for you. I mean, goodness, you're gorgeous. And then my last question is about your days with Motown, man. I'm like a music scene. Like some of the tragedies coming up out of there. How did those affect you? And the main one I want to speak about is the Marvin Gaye situation, about how that ended and how did that touch you guys?
Wow. You know, I knew Marvin Gaye. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Marvin Gaye
at Maverick Flat.
And he actually took me to the studio and wanted me to sing with him on a song. And he tried me out in the studio. I was in there, but I don't know. I was so nervous. I know I didn't sing up to par like he probably wanted me to. Because obviously you didn't hear that duet me and Marvin did. What's up with that? Huh? I'm just kidding. It didn't work out, unfortunately. But he was a cool guy, and I met his family and different things. We were just friends, nothing more, nothing romantically linked, but from a musical aspect. And I was a good friend with a friend of his named Richard Griffin. But I wasn't with. I think we had left Motown when he died. We weren't with Motown at the time, but I'll never forget where I was when he died. Like most people, when things happen, I actually was doing a model shoot with a guy named Andy Pearlman here in Los Angeles, and I was on my way. I was in the car. I was getting ready to go for a photo shoot, and I heard the news. And like probably everybody else, I could not believe it. It was so sad and just didn't seem real. And I had been over there. I met his dad, knew his sister, and everything right over where I say over there, which I'm pointing over off of Adams and in the area there where he lived. And it was just so tragic, unbelievable things you just can't imagine. And ask yourself why. But I know why. His dad got a little fed up with Marvin, and a sad thing to hear. But and I don't want to really expound upon it. Why it probably happened with his father and stuff. And sometime, and I do have to say this though, about elder abuse. And that's something really that was happening with Marvin and his father. People may or may not know. And how he kind of treated his dad because, for the most part, something like that wouldn't have happened. But their personalities clash and a lot of that, and domestic and inner home relationships with families, as you know, when we live with people and people rely on you and everything, and tensions run high and different things of that nature, it just sometimes escalates way out of control. So we all just got to learn to live and love each other, man. And just, sometimes people say some dumb shit you just really got to ignore. We all hear it. It's like, sometimes my husband and I, we get in spats and we talk things and we used to go at it, but I'm too old for that now. I don't need not one other wrinkle on my face worrying about some dumb shit. Okay?
Man, yeah. So that was my call, but thank you, man. Because I was always wondering. I had a I'm big into like music, and I always like to get in depth about it. And I had the documentary on Marvin Gaye, and it was like a few months while he was over somewhere in Amsterdam or Europe, where they had him doing the that last album, and he was working on this. Kind of getting himself back in a shape at they find him off of drugs and all that. And he, in this one scene, he's like, punching, like working on the punching bag, on the heavy bag and stuff, and working on boxing. And he makes a comment about when he get back home or something, he's going to use this on his father. And I was like, damn, like that.
What did he say? What did you say he said? That his dad?
He was working on boxing, like trying to stay in shape. He was training, like learning boxing and stuff. And he spoke about using this, like to the interviewers, he's punching on a heavy bag, about he's going to use this on his father. And I was like, wow, that's way out. So I always wondered, like maybe, and you brought up the elder abuse, like maybe it was a situation where he led into that. Like,
it was elder abuse. They had this love-hate relationship. And He wasn't treating his dad probably as well as he could have. But like I said, you never know stuff until you're really kind of there firsthand. So for me to try to even expound upon it, right now, but it's unfortunate that people have to go through those lengths of degrees, man. When you get sometimes, especially nowadays with this virus going on, people and families are so closely entwined and caught up, staying together in the house. There's more domestic and child abuse and violence now in the homes that there ever have been. Alcoholism is on the rise. So it's just a real terrible snowball effect that we're living in right now with people doing things that normally you wouldn't do because you get a chance to get out. Kids would go to school. Even when children go to school, the teachers could see marks on the kids. They know how the kids react. They know what they look like. And the kids would feel more freely to talk about anything going on at home and being abused. But they can't even do that right now. And it's sad, man. This whole society, we got a lot of work to do. So we're going to pray and claim 2021 it has to turn around.
And it shall.
Yes, indeed, man. Thanks for the call, man, and blessing the screen with your beauty. We ain't just got to see Fred up here. Fred, you ought to turn the screen off and let us look in all the language. But that's all I got. Thank you, God.
Miss Bradley, you inspired two questions from me. You said you remember where you were when Marvin Gaye passed. And you mentioned Malcolm X earlier. Do you remember the day Malcolm X passed?
No, I don't. I really don't. What year was that? Do you know? Does anybody know?
65. 65.
It was 65 with Malcolm X 65.
Malcolm X 65, JFK 63.
Yeah, 63 JFK, November.
MLK 68.
Yeah, because you know what, the Malcolm X, I think more so was in I think I was just getting in high school or something, and
You're 14.
I didn't know much about him because maybe just because of the political realm and and not have the kind of outreach to kind of know what kind of person who he was. I wasn't that much into him then, so no, I don't know.
How about Martin?
Yes, Martin Luther King. Woo.
You were a senior in high school, maybe.
What year was that? 68?
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, but I was in high school. And, I don't know if they sent people home or what happened that day. I cannot exactly remember where I was, but I remember JFK, but Martin Luther King, I think I was in class or something happened. I don't know if they sent everybody home that day, but not so much.
Okay. So it's gonna be our last call. We're gonna get her out of here. We appreciate you coming into the barbershop. We genuinely appreciate it. We got one more call. What's up? What's up, Asia man?
Hey, Fred. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? How you doing, Miss Bradley?
Hi there. Hi.
Man, you lucky you still married. I want to
Oh yeah, I'm still married. It's work in progress, baby. Work in progress.
Oh yeah, but I just don't want to say anything disrespectful. I want them to come looking for me. But your daughter's single.
Yeah, she's single. Cheyenne is single. Yes, she is.
Hey,
but better come correct though, baby. You gotta come through me first.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
You gotta earn her trust first. You gotta come through her.
I gotta earn her trust first. Oh, okay. All right.
Not necessarily. Lord, that would keep me too busy. I got enough of my problems. That's okay.
Right. We're in the same boat. We both have grandchildren. But I'm from the Midwest as well. We border Ohio. And usually when people migrate or travel to the Midwest and, start plant their roots there, one place they often visit what people from St. Louis. I don't know if you remember Rerun Berry from off of West Half.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Right. May he rest in peace.
Right.
They make their trip to Soul Train. I want to hear your experiences with Don Cornelius and Soul Train if you got enough time.
Oh, you know what? Basically, I was still in the Love Machine back in that day, and we were talking earlier about Maverick Flat, the club that I was brought up and raised in, primarily from the owner John Daniels, and everybody. That Maverick Flat is considered the West Coast Apollo. So many different action groups came through there, and Don Cornelius. I met Don. Don was hang out in Maverick Flat. He and John were good friends, and Dick Griffey and all the people who went on like Solar Records, Howard Hewitt. I mean, so many wonderful memories there at that club, and that was back in the 70s. And so, yeah, I knew all of them. They were real cool. Just a pleasure knowing them. They kind of helped along with my singing group, the Love Machine, a little bit, and John trying to work some things out. But, you know, sometimes these men, they get their little heads and minds together. They butt heads, and they just can't seem to come to an agreement as to how the group should work. And back, especially with the record deals and record companies, you know, that was a very touchy situation, bringing on a group, taking on a group, having them perform, especially back in the 70s. And, you know, especially if you were a group, they may take your songs if you wrote some songs, but they already had their writers, in-house writers and different people working. And you wouldn't see a part of that if you were singing, unfortunately. But, you know, things kind of worked themselves out for some of the other groups there, Shalimar and different people, like I said, with Dick Griffey and Don Cornelius. But all the Soul Train dancers, everybody came through Maverick Flat, boy. I would have been a Soul Train dancer had I not been with the Love Machine. Guarantee you.
Wow.
I would have been one. I know a lot of the girls and people from Soul Train, so a lot of them are my friends to this day, you know. But it was just a wonderful time, the 70s, and we set really a great precedence for the young people, I think, too, today, because right now they're going way back, you know, and trying to revitalize what they got the TV show. I really like that. What's the one with Don Cornelius, the Soul of America or something?
Hold on.
So I don't know it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh my God, it's so good. They got this brother playing Don Cornelius and Soul Train.
No, I've never heard of it.
American Soul. Oh, you have to see that. It is so good. I love it. It really brings back so many memories of the 70s and Don Cornelius when he started out, when he had Soul Train and some of the artists and the acts and people. And oh my goodness, you got to see it. Watch it. I forget what channel it's on. It might be OWN or one of the black networks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go because Fred, it looks like he's giving us a cue and you got things to do. But it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure and it's an honor for you to come, and we'd love for you to come back to the barbershop.
I would love to. Thank you very much.
Come back. And since this is a boxing channel, I got two questions for you. Did you get a chance to hang out with Muhammad Ali and or Sam Watson? Do you know Sam Watson?
Sam. Lord, I know Sam very, very well. Sam is a good friend. I've been knowing Sam for ages. Let me go back to Muhammad Ali. Yeah, I used to date Muhammad Ali. I was one of his many hundred women. But I dated Muhammad Ali. Met him back in the day when I was with the Love Machine and Miss Black California, and met him way back then. I had an opportunity. He sent for me to come to Florida, Miami, to his training camp. I met Dundee, all those people, man, all of his camp. And he sent for me to go to Dallas, and I went to New York. I was actually in New York when he fought Frazier, when he lost the bout there. And knew him very well. And even over the years, you know, I kind of would see him at some different events and stuff and have photos taken. He met my mom and family. And, you know, this was after a while. And even when I'd see him sometimes and he said, Kathleen Bradley. Oh, Kathleen Bradley. I'm scared of you, Kathleen Bradley. It was funny. And, you know, there's a newspaper article that somebody just showed me from back in Ohio when I was working with the Love Machine, traveling, and I went back to my hometown, and the newspaper article, one of the guys did it. He said, the guy said he went to the inaugural ball, and he ran into Sammy Davis Jr. and Muhammad Ali. And somehow the conversation, they asked him, they said, "Who are you? Where are you from?" He said, "I'm from Girard, Ohio." He said, "You never probably heard of Girard, Ohio." And they both said, "Oh, yeah, we know Girard, Ohio. That's where Kathleen Bradley's from." He printed in this newspaper article. I had seen it before, but one of my family members, had passed away, and my niece sent that article to me and reminded me that that's what that article said. I'm like, God dang, that is some real true history. Sammy Davis Jr. and Muhammad Ali know and recognize who you are.
Man, I want to hear something.
I know Sam Watson very well. He's on my phone. I know Sam was crazy stuff. I've been knowing him, Tootie and Crockett and all these guys that had the clubs in different places. Man, you know that George Tootie.
Yeah, I want to hear Muhammad Ali's story. Man, DB, you calling in to you got to
know. Basically, I mean that was. For like a couple of years, I was one of his eye candies. He was notorious, loved women, loved the women. The women loved him. What was not to like, what was not to love, man.
Wow.
I've been with him on airplanes and been around, and like I said, went to his training camp and hung out with him in Miami, Florida. He sent for me in Texas, Dallas, and went to New York, and different places and what have you. And it's just. Incredible knowing him. For the most part, he was very busy training, and he'd have his little guys, these little handy guys come around, and if the girls, he'd have 2 or 3 girls come and fly into town sometimes. So, that's how he was rolling.
Did you get a chance to see him as a Nation of Islam and all that? Like,
I'm sorry, what?
He was a devout Muslim, right?
Oh, yes. Uh-huh. There was no eating bacon around him.
Yeah.
Nor did I even ask or think about it. That part I knew not to do. So, he talked a lot about Allah, and not preaching it to me, but just, enlightening me about certain things and what have you, about the Islamic beliefs and religion and what have you. And I'd listen, I was just so young then, I was like, Lord have mercy. Just taking it all in, just excited being around this man, this champion, this person who he was, and what have you.
You were 21, 22 years old, yeah?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I had to be. Yeah.
Beautiful story.
21, 20. Yeah.
Give me a Sam Watson story so I can call him and laugh at him.
Oh, you call Sam. Sam, just my buddy. He just knows me. I know him, like I said, back in the day. Tootie, Crockett, George, all those guys back there, man, back at the apartment, the nightclubs and Mavericks and stuff. And I see him every now and then where I was before the pandemic at a couple of the events and things. And, we just have a lot of good friends in common. We just good friends. That's it, pretty much me. So, he wishes otherwise.
Yeah,
Sam's a smart man for that.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've known him. I know Sam at least 40 years.
Yeah, because he was at Motown.
When I came to LA here in the 70s, he was one of the people, like I said, I met back in the day, in the heyday, we was all partying. It's at least 45 years I've known him.
Yeah, y'all was at Motown together, yeah?
No, Sam Watson?
Yeah.
We talking about the same Sam Watson
he worked at Motown for a bit, and that's how he met Marvin Gaye and all that.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know him back then. I knew him
okay.
On a whole nother level. I didn't know what the Motown. You have to remember Motown just very briefly. And I have to go probably look up the year, but it was with all those people, Norman Whitfield. We did some songs. We have probably some things in the library somewhere I would love to get a hold of. Like I said, we worked with Stevie Wonder. He recorded some songs on us. Norman Whitfield, Hal Davis. So yeah, we work with a lot of them. They're trying to get something going on.
DB closes the show, and he's go ahead, DB.
Well, greetings to you, Queen.
I wanted to ask about Cheyenne for a quick second. Did she,
Okay.
with all due respect, no, does she have any aspirations of modeling and acting as well?
Oh, she has. She's modeled. Cheyenne was modeling since she was actually, I think 4 or 5 months old. She had her first modeling job.
Wow.
Her dad, you know, he was a model. I was a model. And so we got her in the business, and she modeled as a child for a little bit. And then she did some touring with a group doing some dancing. Was some eye candy for, I forget what group or whatever. And she's done a little bit of acting, not a lot of acting, but she's done more modeling than acting, and you know, different things of that nature. So she still has aspirations of wanting to do it, you know, but you know, she's kind of
a little more famous tonight.
Huh?
I said I think she'll be a little more famous after tonight. I put her Instagram in the chat, and I think probably got another 300 or 400 new followers. So
great, do that, please do, and put my son. Now let's talk about my son, Sir Reddington. His name is Terrence Red, but it's Sir _Reddington. He has some great music. This guy, he does really a wonderful job with his beats and music. And we have a couple of songs that we've done together, which I'm going to have a little bit more put on it. And it was called It's a Family Affair. If you go look on YouTube, you can find It's a Family Affair, put Kathleen Bradley in it. We did a radio show with RMC with my family, my husband, my son Terrence, my nephew Mariah, and Cheyenne. We did about 13 shows on there. I go back and look at it. They're absolutely wonderful and so funny. And we had our own music. We had our own entry. My grandson, who's 12, he goes on YouTube. He looks at it. He sings it. Family, it's a family affair. Family, it's a family affair. We start out like that. My son does the rap on it, talks about it. It's a great family music song that I have. Before I leave this earth real soon, hopefully I don't leave this earth, but I'm going to put that out there. And something that people can really relate to is a real happy song. It's like, and you know, and you're happy. It's that kind of feel that you get with it. And the sisters who sing, you know, family and all that. So we need more songs like that. So Sir Reddington, put that on there too. My boy needs some hits.
Right on.
I'm pushing the whole family.
Or is it just rapping?
Yeah, he's good. Beats, directing, producing. We're a very talented family, just very blessed, man, you know.
Yeah, Fred has a concert series that we usually do actually towards the beginning of the week. So, you know, maybe we'll be able to get him on at some point to do some music with us.
Oh, we'd love to. Please do. Yeah, he's a good kid, man. He works here. We have a company too called the R Group. LLC, Energy Engineering, and so we brought him into the fold, you know, aside from the music. It's nice for the guys and the rappers and people who want to aspire to be and do that music, and it takes drive, perseverance, and really kind of knowing the right people and being in the right place, the right time. I've heard so many of those rappers and people out there, they ain't got nothing on Sir Reddington. I'm going to tell you right now, for real, man. That's kind of, he's very talented.
Beautiful.
He can dance like Chris Brown when he wants to, but he got the beats and the music, and so he's been going at it for a while. You know, he deserves to have a break. I know a lot of people too in the industry, but sometimes I get so sidetracked and whatever, and it's hard to kind of manage your own kids sometimes. But you know, he's going to get a break real soon, and any way anybody could be helpful to help promote him to any degree, that would be greatly appreciated.
Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. Now, for most of us, you are our celebrity crush, but I want to know, without getting you in trouble with your husband, who's your celebrity crush?
Woo, good question. You know, I guess, you know, I like The Rock. I got to say, I like Dwayne, man, like Dwayne. But, you know, I really like Don Johnson. Don Johnson. I love me some Don Johnson. I'll put him in my book here. I met Don Johnson many years ago.
Miami Vice, Don Johnson?
Yeah, the Miami Vice. Okay. When we were doing the ABC, when I was with The Price is Right, and he was on his TV show, and every time we had the affiliates party, they would invite all the shows that had the TV show. He had his one TV show, I forget the name of it, but they would always come around, and we would talk and meet every year. And I had like about 3 of 4 pictures in here, and of Don Johnson. Oh, here it is. I gotta show y'all. Oh, Don Johnson. Do you remember from Nutty Professor or the Clumps? And Mama Clump was talking about Marv Povich. He said, "Oh, Marv Povich, I love Mr. Marv Povich. You know, Marv Povich used to make me moist." I put that in my book. I said, "Oh, Don Johnson used to make me moist." I don't know if people got it or not, but yeah, buddy. I like him, but there's a lot of actors and people out there that I admire. That, but I kind of like, I used to love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I liked his movies and different things that would come out with him, and like I said, The Rock, he's kind of hot right now. But who don't like Denzel? I know Denzel. Met him many years ago. My first husband, Bill Overton, and Denzel were in a movie together. Played together, A Soldier's Story. And I was actually, believe it or not, pregnant with Cheyenne. And that goes to show you that was 38 years ago. And Denzel and Bill Overton, they were in The Soldier's Story down at the Mark Taper Forum. And all the guys knew I was pregnant. I was like, oh boy. And that was where I first met him, and have known him ever since. I see him occasionally, but he's just so spectacular as an actor, man. He's just a consummate actor's actor. And just, incredible.
Yeah, we have Don Johnson's cousin actually in the chat. His name is Kenneth Johnson. So he's been here with us for a while. Another question I wanted to,
what do you look like?
You have seen the watering scene with me?
Did you know? Oh, go ahead.
Say it again.
I was going to ask, people in the chat are really asking, did you know Al Heyman? Do you know Al Heyman?
Oh, yeah. I knew. Yeah. Al Heyman. He passed away not too long. Terribly long.
He's still alive.
Who am I thinking about then?
Al Heyman is a real ghost.
Hey, I appreciate that title. I'll go.
I met Al Heyman. I know who he is.
Oh, you about to box in viral. You about to go.
Don't put that out there. Now you got me embarrassed.
No. Al Heyman did the Budweiser Superfest. Friends with Martin and all that.
Oh, I know he's a big time promoter. Right?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's
okay.
He's
bless his heart. Man, don't y'all put that out there.
Oh man, that was funny. All right, so people want to know, did you know Bill Cosby?
Yep, I met Bill Cosby. Yes, I did. I met him at a NAACP Image Award, or it was I forget, was it Image Awards or was it a marathon for telethon or something? And I met him then, and it was I met him before that. But it is what it is. Let's keep working. He never did give me a pill, so I'm okay. Bill Cosby. I didn't get caught up in that one.
Yeah,
I just now remembered exactly where I first met him. But it's okay. Let's move on. Being beautiful has its privileges, huh? Being beautiful. Yes, it does. It really does. Oh my God, does it ever?
I'm just listening to your stories and the amount of access you've had because of your talents and your beauties and your ability to communicate. It's just amazing being a woman.
It is really, and I'm so grateful for and like my mother always said, beauty is as beauty does, and that's why I think people love Cheyenne too. A long time ago, Cheyenne tried to admit and think that she was raised by wolves, and on her own, but that's a joke. You have to understand it. But she knows now. Like I said, she understands. She has a lot of my personality. Anybody who knows me knows Cheyenne sees that she has a lot of my personality, even though we've had our ups and downs, because it's always not so easy with mothers and daughters and camaraderie and this and that, and me being in the spotlight for so many years and stuff. But she's learned and does her own thing, and people just love and adore her because she's such a wonderful, warm person and everything.
I wish you could see the chat. This would be so more engaging if you could see the chat.
I can't see any of it. I'm a little disappointed I couldn't see it. I can't
The whole show, you would be laughing hysterically if you could see the chat.
Maybe it's a good thing.
She pushed the wrong button. Oh, God, dog it. Oh, she pushed the wrong button. Darn. Anyway, dang, man. Maybe she'll beam back in to say goodbye. Y'all funny, man.
Hey, that Al Heyman joke, she don't even know that was boxing. Like that was, oh man, that was classic.
Imagine if he died a few years ago. Imagine if he died a few years ago. That is funny as hell.
All the boxing heads really got that joke right there.
Oh my God.
That shit was
Didn't
classic.
he die a few years ago? Oh, that's definitely gonna be a title. That's definitely. Oh my God, that was funny because everybody think he's Kaiser Sose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah, Heyman is a ghost. Damn, she can't beam back in yet.
Al Heyman called YouTube and be like, "Nah, get her off." He called from heaven.
He is the Godfather. So
yeah. Oh man, not the stairway to heaven. Yo, she's coming back in. Yeah, we got to say goodbye to you real quick.
Bye.
Yeah,
I am. I got out.
Did you see the chat? Oh yeah. Donald wanted to say because his dad was cross dressing and all that. He wanted to remind. He had a rebuttal to the Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye's cross dressing and preaching dad beat him as a child, beat his wife, and in Marvin's biography, he said, "If he did it again, I was going to fight." Okay. So there you have it. So I've heard that as well, that his dad was not the easiest person to get along with. But when the conflict comes sometimes, and knowing certain things that we do kind of know, but not always having been there, that, like they say, there's always two sides to every story. So it's sad that the whole incident has even
absolutely right.
Place, you know what I'm saying?
The fact that the incident happened was that 1984, 85, man. Yeah, that was and
well, we want to leave out of here on a good note. I got two quick questions for you. So if there was a movie about your life, who would play you?
Ooh, you know what? There's a couple of actresses, and you know what? I'm so sorry. I can't even think of their names. One, Claudia Jordan. She took my place in The Price is Right. Claudia Jordan. I call her my little mini me, my little girl. And there's a couple of other actresses, and I swear, like I said, I cannot not even think of their names. But when I wrote the book, which I said once again, y'all go on Amazon, get Backstage at The Price is Right, Memoirs of a Barker Beauty. You can get that on Amazon. But the Showtime was going to pick up the options for my book to do a TV series.
Wow.
They even paid me a little bit for it to get the options to look at it. A lady was I can't even think of her name right now, but they did sold it to Showtime for options, but they didn't pick the options up, unfortunately. They were going to call it 36, 24, 36. And they had a couple of actresses in mind to play me. And one of them that they were trying to get was Paula Patton. They wanted Paula Patton in the.
I agree with that.
She went to Hamilton High School, I think. Yeah.
She did? Okay. Yeah. I've never met her. There's a
Okay.
couple of other young ladies that I've met before that kind of favor me that I think would be very good. But yeah, those are two.
And appreciate
you. The very last thing is we heard a lot of people leading up to this interview say that you were extremely funny. So I wanted you to tell us one of your favorite jokes.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Because I get it from her mom. She's dead now, but my mother would hold court, honey, with men around her telling jokes. But okay, here's one. All right, there's an old lady. She was walking down the street. She was going down the street, and she was looking around and everything. And all of a sudden, this guy came up and accosted her. And he had a gun. He said, "Ma'am, lady, give me your money. Give me all your money right now. Give me all your cash. I want all your money." She said, "Sonny, I ain't got no cash. I ain't got no money on me. I ain't got no cash." He said, "Yes, you do." He said, "I know where you hide it." He started feeling around up here on her bra and stuff and feeling her. She said, I told you I don't have no cash. I ain't got no money up there. He said, I know you got money. I know you people hide your money. He started feeling down under her pantyhose and stuff and all the private areas and rubbing on her and everything. And he said, damn, you're right. You don't have no money, do you? She said, no, I told you I ain't got no cash. I ain't got no money on me. But if you do that again, I'll write you a check.
Yes.
You are the first guest with a funny joke. I think we've done about 10 guests that you are the first guest with a funny joke. You're the first guest. So yeah, we genuinely appreciate you, Ro Brooks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Producer Patty Dean put this together, man. We just had a fantabulous time having you in the barbershop, and you got to come back next year, okay?
I got to give my shout out to Ro Brooks.
Yeah, Ro Brooks.
Talent. Yeah, Ro Brooks, he's an actor. You guys might know him. He was on The Haves and the Have-Nots. Very talented brother. And he and I are good friends, and he's also my manager. So if people want to get a hold of me, you know, for certain things, they can. I'm going to put it on my Instagram for the DM, the bio, or whatever you call it. But Ro Brooks.
Thank you.
Look him up. That's a great guy. Put all this together. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you for coming in.
Bye-bye. My pleasure. Good night.
Good night. Appreciate it. Miss Park, I'll beam you out. Make it easier.
I'll beam you out.
Yeah. Miss Parker, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Patty. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. It was a fun show, right? Fun show.
Yeah. My brother was in the chat earlier and he said, I love the way that she talks. And I said, she's graceful and sexy and engaging.
Engaging, very engaging. I was like, every question gonna have a 10-minute answer.
Yeah. She got that Deontay Wilder in her.
Yeah, she got that Deontay Wilder in her for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
As soon as they start talking, you sit back and listen and just love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was. That was fun. That was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, and you know, there's so much to her story, man, that we didn't even get a chance to really talk about Friday a whole lot because there's just so much. Yeah,
it was
to
so
her
much.
story.
Yeah, we didn't even tap into Friday. We just rolled right over Friday.
That's funny. Patricia Shell was in there earlier, and I made a comment, and this is funny because like the older people are, it seems like the more they remember. You take somebody from 40, 50, 60 years ago, they remember people's first, middle, and last name and their birthday. And she remembered everybody's name. And this person from everybody other than the Ghost Al Heyman. Yeah. But she remembered everybody's first and last name.
Didn't they die a few years ago? Oh, that's gonna be I'm definitely putting that in the title. I appreciate that. Hey, everybody gonna be like, Al Heyman dead? Hey, oh man, but Muhammad Ali, that caught me off guard. I didn't know that. Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? She dated Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he man, you know, he was the greatest. It wasn't just in the ring.
Yeah, he was, ding ding.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. You're the heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? You got that mouthpiece, good looking dude, 6'3". You know, man, Ali was that dude.
But the fact that she had the access, man, beautiful woman, man. It's just, I mean, God, you got the key to the city, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts on facts.
Man, you got the key to the city, man. Damn.
Yeah, that's why even as a young dude, I always liked Lena Horne.
Lena Horne. And she favors Lena Horne. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
That country twang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes indeed. Yeah, she's definitely you know, my top 10 of the OGs.
Yeah.
Top 5 shit.
Pam Grier. Top five.
Yeah. Let me see. Felicia Rashad, her.
Oh, Debbie Allen, Pam Grier, Debbie Allen, and the other strong one. What's the strong one? The brown skin sister.
From Wait and Exhale.
Yeah, what's her name?
Angela Bassett. Yeah.
What's up, Terrence Bailey, BB, Money Brown TV? What it do? Yeah, man. Yeah, it was. That was fun. That was totally fun.
Oh yeah, Dorothy Dandridge.
Dorothy Dandridge. Yeah.
Used to watch them movies in black and white. My mom be watching those movies, and I'm with it. Just to see them old pretty faces and them old country twangs.
Oh my God. Didn't he die a few years ago?
Man,
Hey,
hilarious.
the chat lit up like a son of a gun. Everybody's like, he ain't real, because there's people who really believe he ain't real. So I ain't gonna lie. I've seen him on the Fox lot. I've seen him because I have friends who, I mean, before a pandemic, I would see him. You know, you can't miss him. He's tall and skinny. You know, brown skin brother, tall and skinny. Kind of with a Fred Sampson with a little island right here and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was when Floyd fought against De La Hoya, he was there at the fight, like sitting front row. I remember somebody talking about him being in music, and you know, I didn't know much about Al Heyman at the time, but somebody had mentioned that, probably an uncle or somebody. But
what's up, Abasi?
And it say it again.
No, I'm talking. What's up, Abasi? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying what's up as you talk to the people in the chat.
Oh, somebody got you. Yeah, it's a lot of people that's coming in the chat right now. Y'all don't have to go back and watch the show and look at the chat at the same time, because I see a lot of people that's coming in that's been in for just the last 20 minutes. I got to see the show from the beginning. It was good stuff, man. Classic.
Damn, I shouldn't have said. Yeah. I should have let her say, "Oh, he died." Oh, I should have kept it going,
nah,
man. I should have kept it going.
Somebody, I think Rob G or somebody was like, Al Heyman. As soon as she said that, her phone cut out. Somebody said Al Heyman cut her internet.
Oh man, Henry Armstrong dated Lena Horne, Dorothy Dandridge, and Josephine. What? Damn, Henry Armstrong, the man. Yeah, damn. That was a fun show. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. All right, boom. So there's her daughter's IG. I just put it back in there.
Yeah, she's cool. I mean, I've hung out with her daughter because her daughter worked at Pips for some time, and they used to have live music. Barbara Morrison performs at Pips, so I would see her. And so it's her daughter's in the community strong, and she has a foundation, and also she rides her bikes a lot. She's in shape too. Like she does it. Her daughter is cool than the son of a gun. I see her I see her maybe once or twice a year, just at like an event. You know what I mean? She's typically she's like what do you call the people who put it, like a party planner?
MC or
no, not an MC. Like she designs
organizer or whatever.
She designs it. Yeah, she designs it and stuff like that. She's always
okay.
She's always in charge. I know that. So that's what she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if I ever seen her in person since they in LA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She at Pips. I know I've seen her at Pips and just high and by, that type of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I just found out that was her daughter 2 days ago.
Oh, so knew her, but didn't know that was her daughter.
I was just researching her. I was doing trying to get some questions and stuff, get some background stuff, and I was like, that's Cheyenne's mom. I should, we could have called Cheyenne. I could have got her number, so. Yeah. Yeah,
you might still have to get her number for your boy.
Okay, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. So.
Yeah, easy work. Yeah. So man, that was good stuff. That was good. And then tomorrow we got the SAR Zone. We go from
then we
OG Beauty to OG Beauty.
Yeah, OG. Yep. And then we got who we have on. We have someone. Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but I told you guys yesterday. Producer Patty, what's his name?
You mean for Thursday?
Yeah, for Thursday. Is she still here?
Yeah, I remember you said somebody. I just can't.
What's his name? And it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a higher. We're gonna go to the moon with this conversation. I already know. How you gonna get up this one? We just gonna keep getting better. Phil, all we do is get better and better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Y'all said first y'all said that Eddie Hearn interview in Dallas was the shit. And then I did a Deontay Wilder interview. That was the shit. And then I did Andre Ward interview. That was the shit. The hits just keep coming. Then I did Bob Arum. Y'all said it was a shit.
And then another Bob Arum. And then another Bob Arum.
And then I pulled up on the guy at motherfucking Home Depot. That was the shit. And then I asked Oscar De La Hoya about the emails. That was the shit, man. They just keep coming, dog. Man, come on. you know, we just get better with time. You know what I mean? Donnie Rose is his name. Donnie Rose.
Donnie Rose.
Donnie Rose.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a hell of a show Thursday. He writes for the North Star, which is owned and operated, I believe, by what's that name? What's that dude's name? Sean King. Sean King. So that's gonna be an interesting conversation. So, but I'm excited to have him. I'm definitely excited to have him on. Craig Hodges. Then we got Craig Hodges. Shit, Craig.
Hey, that's right.
That was a man. It's so
Craig
many.
Hodges, Kendall Gill.
Appreciate you,
John Sally.
John Sally was fun. I wish I had more time with him. I was just getting warmed up. He's like, oh, I gotta go. I'm like, damn, man. Hey, you should have heard my brain just fucking. You ever look down at your phone at a text and then you're 1 inch away from the car? You like, you hit the brakes. That was my brain when John Sally said, oh, I got time for one more question. Oh, fuck, one question. Damn. So yeah.
Oh man, yeah, this is good, man. We just getting better, man. Every day we just getting better, man. Getting more guests, easy. And shout out to Patty Dean. Shout out, man. Y'all give a shout out to Patty Dean. She's been making these happen. Terrence Bailey Sr. and Patty Dean been coming through so big for the show. Big time, man. Shout out to them. And my sister Patty Dean.
Big facts,
indeed.
Big facts, big facts, big facts, big facts.
All right.
Professor
what
Griff.
Else you got,
Say it
again?
Professor Griff, you know, the hits just keep coming.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Griff.
And if you guys still want to donate to Jaquan, just go to his Instagram. I know people may still want to donate. Let me go there. Let me get the. If you guys want to donate. If you guys want to donate, go to my Instagram. Go to my Instagram. It's my last post. And his Cash App is there. Okay. Silent Heroes on Instagram. If you guys still want to donate, guys, more than welcome to. And yeah, man. So that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's run through the fan band, man. First and foremost, giving it.
Oh, shout out to Reggie Owens. Reggie Owens delivered the money. How much we raise on your end, Reg? Reg, how much we raise on your end? I'm just curious. I just want us to feel proud about ourselves. That's all. How much was it?
Yeah.
How much did you drop off, Reg? Because I know people been cash apping them all day because people been DMing me like, oh, I just sent them a cash app. I was like, thank you, appreciate
you. Yeah.
Tell them again, Dave Jack. Tell them again, Dave Jack. Fred, are you familiar with the musician Terrence Martin? Terrence Martin. No, he dropped off $800. See, we in there. So, and then he got a whole bunch of cash apps and shit like that, and they met their goal on what was that? I forgot, but they met their goal, so which was awesome.
Yeah. Or when y'all super chatted here, just put his name in there, and Fred will put it to the side. So
yeah, I'll send it right. I'll send it right in that moment. I don't want to forget, you know. But I'll put this cash app tomorrow. I'll put the cash app tomorrow, and we'll do it like that. If y'all still want to donate, please do. And it was fun. So tomorrow we got Sergeant Dorsey, yo. Tomorrow we got Sergeant Dorsey, yo. We got we got.
Been looking at her photos on her IG, man. Sarge, tall as hell, boy. She's 5'9.5", and she said she always wearing 4 to 6 inch heels. She'd be clear way over 6 feet.
Yeah, she's super.
Every
grown.
time she in a picture with somebody, she tower over them.
She's super grown.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Terrence Martin, dope artist. All right. Well, we need to look at him. You know what I'm saying? Put his IG in there. Let us check him out. So shout out to the Queen, Patty Dean, Patricia Shelton, and Love is the Word, the Colombiana, Reggie Owens in the building. Reg, you going live today? We missed you yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Terrence Bailey Sr., the OG, Phantom Brawler. He said, great show. Thank you, brother. Dave Jack in the building. He said, all facts, Fred. I'm 100. He said 800, not bad. More coming, sure, absolutely. Eli Zachary talks everything. We'll catch him on a panel with Reggie Owens in a bit.
I've never met
Asia Master OG. And Don Johnson's cousin, Kenneth Johnson in the chat. What up, Kenneth? My cousin, D-Man Jr. in the building. Philip H. in the house. Let's see. D-Man Jr. Kenyatta Ali. He said a classic. Absolutely. Let me see. 3 stays below. He said, Fred, you familiar with? Oh, that was the Terrence Martin thing.
No,
okay.
I'm not. But if you want me to, I'm more than welcome. If you want to come on the show, just for sure, hit me Hit my DM. It goes down in a DM. Y'all want to contact me? It goes. You can text this number or hit me in the DM.
Silent Hero. Just put it in there. Yep. Eric Jenkins. What up, EJ? Champion Heart in the building.
No live tonight from Reg. No live tonight. Hey, we got someone new in the chat. Dimitri Cowan. We appreciate you coming in, dog. We appreciate you coming in. Thank you.
Welcome to the shop. You get 1% off your first fade. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, and thank you, Centos Boxing. Hey, Reg. I didn't even know that happened. 4 blocks from my house. I ain't 5 blocks, 6 blocks from my house. I didn't even know that they vandalized Nipsey Square. You know.
Yeah, silly motherfuckers.
Makes no sense. Makes no fucking sense. What you gonna get? What is there? Make a statement.
Yeah, that's all I think it was. But I ain't finna speak on it too much. But yeah, that was just stupid. So, it's cameras and it's hood patrols happening. So, when somebody see the outcome, don't look at the person who respond. Look at the person who initiated the stupid bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say. So anyway, the triple OG, almost a 4-time OG, Donald now the 65-year OG Grant, bringing the facts. Let's see, fly high in the building. He's still flying high from Terrence Crawford's win. He one of the top 10 fans. My brother Hustler Slim in the building. Andrew Charles, what up, AC? Let's see, B the God, you came in late. You got to catch the replay, B. Let's see, Jarvis Johnson in the building. I know Big Lloyd listening in too. Dimitri Cowan. He said, I'm still laughing about the Al Heyman joke. Yeah.
That shit was funny. Oh, she's going viral. Classic. Oh my, that's going in the title. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Some people are gonna be mad at you about it.
Yeah. It's funny.
Dre Finest in the building, the OG funny. Big Bro, Tone Brown, Shy Town in the building. Jerome King. Are you Sean King's relative? Phantom Brawler. Let's see. I think that's it, man. I know we had SS Caesar and Money Brown in here a little bit earlier.
They still in there.
Let's see. Let me scroll down to the bottom and get these brothers, man, for they be like, man, what up? Let's see. And one of my big brothers in here, man, Pancho Estrada. That's my big bro, just in case y'all didn't know.
Pancho.
Yeah. So everything all my skills, talking, macking, squabbing, all that. Got that from my big bro. So easy. Let's see. I think that's it. Love is the word. Oh, you still in there? I see you, baby girl. All right. B&B Boxing.
Rashawn Pittman.
Big dog.
Rashawn Pittman.
Yeah.
Got a new guy in here. Rashawn Pittman. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Right on. Kyle, you stayed up with us, huh? Your kids let you get up, stay up late, huh? Kyle Davis in the building. What up? And Centos Boxing. Man, yeah, we had a great show, man. I'm excited, man. Happy. Can't wait for the next one. He said, no, I'm not, unfortunately. Hey, listen, Jerome, you are family, man. You in the barbershop with us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you, Sweet Science Examiner. What it do, big homie? Appreciate you.
What up, thanks?
Love is the word. Ashe.
My brother Woke, look, Corey Lee Boxing. Everybody's still falling.
Corey Lee Boxing. It's ice season, baby. Especially when you can't find your car. That's a forever joke with you, big homie. That's a forever joke. This nigga parked at the wrong fight, and we had to drive this nigga to a whole nother city to find his car and shit. It's the most ridiculous shit ever. He wanted to beat. Yeah, he was ready to whoop my ass that night too. He was ready to fuck me up. I wouldn't have made the plane the next day. That nigga was ready to fuck me up. I must have cracked like 20 jokes in 4.5 minutes on that nigga. I ain't lying. Yeah, huh?
Was in New York?
We were in Fairfax. So we were at the that was the Jared Hurd J-Rock fight. Oh, man, that shit was fun. Man, this nigga said, what? You parked at the wrong fight? Shit was far, man. That shit was so far, dog. That shit was so far. We had to drive him. We drove him to his car. What's that?
Play the song.
Oh, you think I'm stupid, nigga? You think I'm stupid? I just sound like it, nigga. I just sound like it, nigga.
Look at Unique Don that snuck in the building. What's up, Unique Don?
When Unique Don gonna do some poetry?
Come
this way before. Travel through that open door.
Circumstances navigated the path. And like
Unique,
that's where you at.
hey, Unique Don used to run in them circles. She be dropping hints on Instagram.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, she be dropping hints. You got to bring us some guests, Unique Don. Bring us some guests. That'll be dope. I never knew. If y'all know anybody, bring the guests. We do this shit. Let's rock out. Instagram them, tag them. People Hernandez, 5 mics. Call them, email them, DM them. Drop a note in the comment section. Come to the barbershop. That's what we do. Oh, we got out of here early.
But the devil is a lie.
The devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's all in what you do. Hey. Some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, I thought of a nickname for Patty. PBD. Like BBD, PBD, PBD, PPD. PPD, what's up? The new hashtag. What would PBD do? PPD, 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 PPD. Oh, no. Oh, man. No back in. Let's get Earl Spence in the shop. Okay. DM that nigga. DM that nigga. Tell that nigga to get in the shop. He got 3 weeks to his fight. Bring that nigga in the shop.
Rob G.
Rob G. That's my personal statement. Running game like I'm ASIC. And turning to be the greatest, yeah. Bobbing and weaving and chasing up like a season. Didn't Al Heyman die a few years ago? Ah, God, dog it. Oh, my God. Didn't Al Heyman die a few years ago? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Miss Parker, quote, didn't Al Heyman die a few years ago? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's going. It'll be up in the next month or two. I got to edit this shit out.
One more time.
I should play with no rehearsal. Take it personal.
Because the devil is a lie.
The devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's all in what you do. Hey. The things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. I need a drink now. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Appreciate you, man.
So
good night, niggas. Good night. Happy birthday, real rap. Happy birthday to everybody else. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow. Yeah, homie. Love you, man. See you tomorrow.
Sir. Love you, brother.
I appreciate y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You get a love. You get a love. You get a love. You get a love. Everybody gets a love. Hey, that's my new outro. That's my new outro. You get a love. You get a love. You get. Everybody gets a love. I see y'all. See y'all, motherfuckers, tomorrow. Tomorrow, nigga. All right, I'll peace. Don't forget Menace to Society. That's what we own. We got 3 weeks to watch that shit. All right, man. Appreciate you.